MotoVagabondNate does the Florida Adventure Trail Day 6 and 7. In this episode, we catch up in Tate State Forest at our Riverside campsite.
Woke up at 5:30 this morning, started getting things dried out from last night's rain. Got the cappuccino, snuck in the bear claw, got some MRE granola, blueberries and milk granola. Get the bike resorted to resituate weight. We are ahead of the game. Now we're gonna play chillax. We've got 2 days. We've got no more riding than you can do in 2 days, so we'll comfortably finish. And we'll take the caveman back to his cave with stories of great grandeur of motorcycling and adventure across the state of Florida. The best bath of the trip. The water level's low enough to use the boat dock this time, or the boat ramp. So I slid on down here, got my water scooper and soap, and had a pleasant, warm, inviting bath/shower. And the great thing, last time I was in Mexico, I had to pay for minnows to nibble on my toes. But here, you'd be sitting there taking a bath and they come right up and nibble for free. Just glad nothing monstrous came out of the water over there and got me. Leaving Tate's Hill and my favorite campground over here. Can't forget to turn off our ABS. And today I would get to finish the Panhandle Adventure Trail section I didn't get to do last time. I got cut off this direction by this one-lane bridge coming over and sliding sideways over the bridge and seeing a giant pool of water. Then we went out that direction and we got pinned in 3 different directions. Went out the next day and tried every exit, but today we will see what was on the other side. We had some more redneck mayhem early in the morning this morning, probably 2 o'clock. Some guy comes through doing some donuts in a Ford Ranger. That's 2 nights in 1 week that we've been waking up by dudes doing donuts. What's wrong with society these days? Acting like I used to back in the 90s. All right. Look at that owl. Did you see that? There he goes. Nice. So we're coming out of the backside of Tate's Hill now. Oh yeah. Here we go. At least this time it ought to be dry. There's no water around anything. I've been waiting to get out this exit. They've put a lot of rocks to repair it. But look at the difference. You can tell this does get wet easily.
The morning was going so smooth and relaxing, we took time to sniff the flowers and check for wildlife. So you got some kind of maybe coyote prints just past the bear prints. There's all kind of action out here right now. Looks like some deer right there. We're not seeing the wildlife, but we're seeing that they are here. It's a good place for prints, I guess. Hey, turkey. Another turkey. We're finishing up the loop just that goes from Tate's Hill to Apalachicola National Forest. And then I can say I've done everything that I missed on the Panhandle Trail. I didn't miss trying to wreck all the time in the thick sand though. It doesn't look bad at all, but it just sucks you down in some little sections. It just, you feel it slowing you down. All right, so the temperature's climbing. We started out at about 8:15, 8:30 time frame at 82 degrees. We're up to 85. We got 28 and a half miles on this trip. Still way down there, 41 foot of elevation. Apalachicola Forest. I think it's Tate's Hill on that side, Apalachicola on that side. riding right down the middle of two different colors. So one's a state forest, one's not. Hey, there he goes. I got a chance again, but he's still too skittish. He's turkey. They're all over the place, but boy, I hate to have to hunt one for food. Hard to get close to, especially on a motorcycle. Now we're on 120, Road 120 in Apalachicola. This is the 182 loop around. We've got a longer stretch this way than if we continued straight, but we connect back into the same spot. So I'm trying to do all the longest, hardest options available. It's been a long, hard week. I mean, we're on day 6. Man, there's just nowhere to hide from the humidity down here. It's at least down to 82% right now. So this was the gnarliest section we've gone through on not just deep sand. I couldn't hit the record button because it wasn't a super gnarly section. It's let up a little bit now. But man, you got thin, a bunch of water, little old water crossings. So there's all kinds of logs in it. There's giant holes like that. That's what we're looking for. As the trail slowed down, we started to slow down and noticed some of the crazy vegetation around us. And then things started to get real slow.
Boy, that's telling when your front tire sinks down like that and all it's doing is getting pushed. And it sinks like that.
Yeah, we're almost out of this hard section and it just said and swallowed up the 310. So we're gonna get a little double action going on to push us out. Looks like you need paw power to get out of here. Push. There you go. Feel like we could. What are you doing laying down on the job, man?
I'm good. I just needed, my leg was trapped.
Can't see anything. Stop for gas and water. That's how much rain's coming down. But we still need water. More water. Our very wet stop for water and fuel brought our total to $236.90. Pulled over about 11:15 to TJ's restaurant here. It's time for some chow, some rest break after that exhilarating mud push. We had to squeeze everybody out of mud holes today, and then we got on pavement for a good time, so we stretched out our last 40 minutes of just pavement. Get the Cena power back up while I was at lunch. Clouds have been ominous. We already went through a torrential downpour before lunch. We crossed over the Apalachicola River between Bristol and Blountstown. A lot of big clouds all around us. We keep snaking through. One time we were lucky and at a gas stop when it hit, and one time we were unlucky and on the middle of the road. But we haven't got hit in the middle of dirt yet, so we've been doing all right, skating through all the storms. This thing in the low 80s, upper 70s with all this cloud cover. We're up to 100 feet in elevation. We've got almost 100 miles on the clock for the day. We're still cooking through. I mean, it's 12:47. 115-mile check-in. We're cruising asphalt right now. And it looks to be that way for quite a bit longer. Probably outran that storm. Got a good distance away from that guy. Finally got off the asphalt. We got on Infinger, I think it was called, and now we're on CC Road. Infinger was slippery. That was like a red clay that they just put down and smoothed out, and then a rainstorm just came over and hit it. This is more trackable terrain here. We're still sitting at 87 degrees. We're at 133 miles, 57-foot elevation, kicking butt. Next up, Eco Fina Creek Water Management. Looks like they have everything here. Everything is within 3 to 10 miles. I like the small little pine trees. Looks like some interesting trails over there. We're not going over there though. We're in this semi-wet, super slimy, sometimes it's tacky, sometimes it's slimy situation here. Oh, right there, it's just kind of mushy. Right here, super dry. Brighton. Huh. This road just looks old and beat up. Rusted. All the roads around here did. I wonder what is going on with this area. Evidently there's a lake over there. Looks like Springfield's next. We just keep going further into these little broken up roads. Monticello and Greenbrier. Huh. But I don't see anything here. Actually, there's a mailbox. Somebody does live here. Or has property here. They were just winding through, and all these roads on the map it's all empty streets, and I gotta find out what happened here. It does bring up a good question of what was here. How to do research. So we're mile 181 for the day, and it is still 89 degrees. We're still at 70 feet elevation. We are still riding on pavement. So the second, once you leave Apalachicola State Forest or National Forest, there's pavement. It's just pavement. It's been pavement. 201-mile check-in. Still 90 degrees. We dropped down to 40 foot of elevation, but guess what? Still on concrete. We went under the interstate, back under 10 again, and it's like, for what? Nothing but concrete. Maybe to go get gas. But this is getting where we might just finish it tonight because it's boring. Mile 225, 86 degrees, 108 feet of elevation. We just stopped for gas, filled up, and headed south again towards Pensacola. We're out here on Chesser Road. Oh, we can't stay here. It says danger, live fire range. So we're entering the Eglin Air Force Base. See if we can keep out of trouble. Battery's going low in the Cena, so it might be the last time I get a chance to do an update. 243 miles, almost 200, some of it was asphalt today. Still consistently at 88 degrees and 73% humidity, but we're all the way up at 209 feet elevation. We got a 12-mile stretch of this. Finally got it in dirt. Finally got what we were asking for. It was on base. And then we're gonna pop out maybe near Niceville, hopefully, as long as there's an exit, and take a hotel for the night. It's been a long day. We've done 255 miles already. Trying to look down and it's gonna make me wreck. Look at this. Engine brakes. I'm going downhill. We just got off some thick sand and everybody seems to be chilling here. Maybe we should go swimming. You want to go swimming? It's our only chance to do it this trip. Cruising down that hill and oh, look what we found. Place for a real true primitive bath. Oh, here's a nice little hole you can get all the way in. And then here comes Dave.
Ooh, the water is so freaking cold.
What are you talking about? This is perfect. We took full advantage of this opportunity to relax and enjoy the river, even tell some jokes.
Hey, I'm a Navy SEAL.
We continued our exploration, floating down the river, cooling and soothing our broken bodies until we realized we weren't alone. Tiny compared to what we saw earlier. Then we quickly retreated and escaped to the safety of our motorcycles. Headed back down the sandy trail until we hit Asphalt and found refuge for the night in a hotel. With only enough energy to document our 270-mile day, I grabbed dinner at the pub, and he grabbed the hotel room, bringing our total to 304.62. In the morning, we planned our great escape from the concrete jungle and then hit the road. We took about 25 miles of trail off this morning and headed around Eglin Air Force Base. Fort Walton Beach, took 98 up to 87, rejoined right here and jumped on trail, brought us up to 90 and 10. We came out this way where we finally hit dirt again. We did one road that was closed and made it through, and then we did the second little loop that you can see right there. We're not gonna make that. They had a berm up that you had to jump over. We jumped over it and then it turned into a mud pit. So we are kind of getting some dirt. It's still 90 degrees, still 70% humidity, still hot as hell. We got about 100 miles worth of gas left, each of us, and it's 12 o'clock. Following some other bikes up through here, we got some tracks. This is more better. It's a twin track. You got berms on the side. It's not all just sand that pushes you around everywhere. Let that big dog eat. Just get down some dirt. "61 miles, enjoying the shade out on Corduroy Road." It's a more manicured road, I'd like to say, but that always makes it a little bit more rough with the washboard. I like getting up into the northern part of the Panhandle. It's more, I don't know, the vibe, it's just more relaxed. Better roads in my opinion. Panhandle Adventure Trail definitely has it in the bucket when it comes to the better trails between the Florida Adventure Trail and the Panhandle Adventure Trail, at least for motorcycles. You're going to be more remote the whole time. You got more dirt action. There's not as much asphalt time and big distances covered over asphalt. You don't have as many stops in the towns. But I did like going through the Ocala and Richmond.
Battery level is low.
Back to the Blackwater River State Forest towards Hurricane Lake from Beaver Creek. We just took a 14-mile detour, the 7 miles in, 7 miles out of Baker to fill up with gas and some cold drinks before we have the last little section here. We're almost to the border, almost to the end of the blue line. So hopefully they open up to a few more trails. It looks like it explodes with trails here shortly. So we'll see what's up. Here comes one right now, matter of fact. Let's see if we can find it. Is that
Battery level is low.
I don't know if the GPS has gone wanker or what, but we are 63 feet below sea level here, it says. Is that possible? What do you think?
Doesn't seem likely, but possible, I guess.
There's water. We're still at 90 degrees, 73 degrees, 73% humidity. We are 93 miles in, almost done. All right, this is it. This is the end. No checker flags or screaming fans, but another quiet ending to a ride like always. Just the end. That's the end. Cross a bridge. 93 miles today. Total trip is 1260 minus 122 for the first. So that puts us at 1138 in mileage. That's about what the trail predicted. And I don't think we missed, but maybe 40 miles of trail because 2 diversions to go around road closures, 2 diversions to go around really intense stuff that was just super thick sand. And that was probably 2 or 3 miles collectively of those 2. So we finished the F.A.T and we finished a great tour in the heat in June. And then it was the end. Time to pack up and start heading east. Taking with us a week of conquest and of spills and chills.